Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Polymute. Last time, it looked like we might be getting close to some ending. I'm not sure if it'd be a good ending or a bad ending. And I kind of paused because I wanted to review a bunch of things, and so I just want to quickly, on the start screen, just kind of talk through some ideas before we go back and play the game. One is when I entered the Shadow World, there were a bunch of people who were talking nonsense. I've got some of the text that they were talking nonsense on the screen. I thought perhaps at a glance that it might have been a cryptogram or something, but now I'm like 90% sure that it's not a code and it's just gibberish that we can't understand. But that was the text. I've transcribed a lot of the text from the game because I just wanted to review it. And so I'll be showing that on the screen. Another thing I was looking back at was at Gargaxian's grave at the top of the world. There was this kind of little poem, and there's still a bunch in here. Comet's Eye, Takers and a Demon Mark, Oathkeeper, that I'm not sure that I can identify. So I'm not sure what to make of this and whether it can steer me in any directions. In one of the first books that we read, probably back in episode 1, Magical Objects and Arcane Items of Value, Deluxe Magical Boots, I've really been trying hard to find those things, because allow anything to walk, I think that would allow me to walk around as a key and unlock various doors and lock chests that I haven't been able to get to before. And so that seems like it would be really good. And the Lost Golden Wand, an artifact lost to time, was talked about elsewhere, so that I was able to determine that that actually belonged to Gargax himself like 300 years ago. Age Silver Crown, Link to Sealing spell, so I probably want to wear the crown to seal something somewhere. And Seeing Stone grants the user knowledge. Like, I don't know that I've learned anything as a result of having the Seeing Stone. And then finally, there was this poetry collection that we read pretty early in the game. Crystal, Crystal, Shining Bright, Crystal, Crystal, You of Night. I was wondering if, as I just in the end of the episode last time got into like the Shadow World, like, is it referring to the crystals on the other side, like in the Shadow World with the Black Shadow? Deep beneath the ruins lie, darkness hidden, those who die. There was something that talked about like eyeballs and old bones reanimating themselves, and there's been a few things queuing into we can wake up some old bones, either of Gargax or of other things. Ancient bones sealed up a truth, shackled soul gave up your youth. Is that the Gargax coal? There's some kind of skull embedded in a crystal that I might need the golden wand and the silver crown in order to wake up or something. Crystal, Crystal Kings within, until restored, one with their sin. Yeah, I'm not sure. There is also something about how to stop ancient rituals, magic wand necessary, and maze written in the margin. I didn't actually use the wand and the maze, and so that's one thing I want to try at the beginning of this episode. But yeah, I'd still like to find the boots. I still haven't figured out why lace root exists. It's the herb in the secret garden that I don't know what its purpose is. The Gemerald Monolith, it seems important enough that it would have a purpose other than just letting Ruckus's treasure carry us past the RGB snakes. That's the only purpose I've had for it. The changing room lets me change my hat and lets me turn on and off my crown. There's spots for something else. Maybe the boots, maybe carrying around the actual golden wand, but I'm not sure. And so I feel like the changing room is going to have a purpose. Various locked chests and doors. I already mentioned that. If I could get the boots, it seems like I could use the key on them. Gargax was an eyeball. I might have said that before, but I don't think I realized it before reviewing my notes before this episode. So like the last in the line of Gargax was the eyeball at who was like the boss of Monster Town, and Gargax's effigy was also an eyeball statue kind of thing. And yeah, I could pray at the Gargax effigy as an eyeball, and I saw weird visions. I wonder if there's something else I could do there, wearing the crown, being a Gargaxian, as the boots, carrying a lace root, as the wand. Those are things that I might try. But the main thing that I want to try, so let's actually start playing the game. Sorry to have such a long whatever right here at the beginning, is to see if I can backtrack back into the maze, because there is definitely hints to go directions other than left, left, up, up in the maze. Liminal maze, here it is. Okay, great. So, some text told me to go left, left, up, up. Another text said there is another way. And how to stop ancient rituals. Magic wand is the gold wand is necessary, or magic wand, and maze was written in the margin. So suppose I transform into the wand in the maze. Oh, I can't move as the wand. I was thinking the wand was mobile. So this doesn't appear to have done anything immediately. The music here is like twice as slow as usual or something. It's playing the music at half speed compared to just right here, right? Oh, maybe in another world it goes to half speed? Here, okay, threshold chamber. Yeah, this is the threshold of the world, and so here's before I'm in the shadow world. I hadn't noticed that before, I don't think. So once we enter another world, the music goes down by half speed. Okay, in order to walk, suppose I go like right, down, which is the opposite. It's like a shadow world, and so it seems like it's kind of like the opposite of our world. And that just brings us here again. And I think it was in here that it actually... no, that's the book whose pages were black. If I read this one... His maze shifts into an otherworldly way. Remember the path, left, up. And so left, up took me forward into that way. Suppose I go right, up. Maybe it's just a mirror image. As a mirror, I can't walk around. But a mirror could be another reflection of the world that makes like a shadow world. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything. And I presume... basically, anytime I go down through the maze, it probably takes me back to the beginning. And... this is a super long shot. No. Up, left, down, left would require me going down, which is going to take me back to the beginning. I was thinking the original Legend of Zelda Lost Woods. So left, up seems to be the only way that I can go to get out of the maze. So, I guess, even though I think I might be headed for a bad ending, I am going to continue forward here. Oh, antechamber. Right, these guys come back to life and the music speeds back up. Right. Right, this is the thing that made me worry that it was a point of no return. Unless you can save them and save us too. I don't know if I can, but let's go ahead and see what happens. Prison of Glass. That sounds like the same thing that I saw downstairs, almost, maybe. Ooh, it's a mirror and I can see myself, just like in the changing room. Obviously, there's a place to use the seeing stone right there, and there's lots and lots of mirrors here. Are any of them eyeballable? So if I transform into an eyeball... I don't see any of them gaining the little you can walk into it and get sucked in kind of thing. And so I guess let's stand here and see what the seeing stone does. It's doing something. The mirror's cracking open. I still don't have control. Whoa, prison of glass. Was the floor cracked like this before? I don't remember. The mirror had restored itself, so maybe I require something else. Can I inspect this? I didn't see what it said. Something like transformed me and sent me back. I'm gonna try to look again, but suppose I were the Gargaxian and did this. Okay, can I look at you? Something ancient. It's pulsing with magic. Ooh, it looks plant-like, actually. Am I carrying... I'm not currently carrying the whatever, and I'm curious... I thought it looked... similar to this type of plant. Can I transform into that plant after I walk up here? I don't have the ability to transform right now. I can still see myself in the mirror. I transformed into a plant. Fruitful. It's something else, though, now. I couldn't tell exactly what it was. And it pulses with magic, and it shot me with magic. What if I'm the shield, which often gives me immunity to getting shot by magic things? And I think the shield can walk around. Yeah, so suppose I'm a shield, and I go up here. It has a wand. It's something holding a wand, but I think the thing on the bottom has changed, but it did send me back. So I'm still missing something, it would seem. Now it's a key. Oh, I wonder if I have to take its form. I have to, like, transform in the short amount of time that I see it. And each time it's something different. That's a possibility. That's going to be extremely difficult to do. Okay, it turned into... That looks like the plant again. Let's say that. It transformed me back, and I'm not even sure that it was the plant that time. And I can't walk around as a key. How about I'll become the pointy finger? Something tries to get through. That is a cat. Or was it a dog? I think that was a cat. Yeah, but it just shot me after a second. So, And it feels like it's just random, like among the different forms that I could be. So, I'm not sure what to do here. Oh, even walking up here does it. Oops. So I guess every time I walk up here now. That's a sword, definitely. So if I'm a sword, transform. Oh, hey, it did it again. Okay. Okay, that was... I didn't get a good enough look. It was the boat. So if I transform into the boat, which is here. Then it turns into a key. All right. Okay, so I'm mirroring its form. That's a fish. I recognize it. And then down here it is an elephant, I believe. Yeah, I think that was an elephant. And then it turns into a sword again. I can totally do that. On guard. Why do you change yourself? There's the wand. I didn't realize there was text at the bottom until just now. Why change? There's the sword again. So it seems like it might have a finite set that it's choosing from, which makes this easier on me. ... That is the cat. I'm pretty sure that was the cat. I've waited here for so long. That... I think that was the cat again. I think that was the cat again, so I'm gonna not transform. Then it sent me back. Maybe it was the dog, or maybe it was something else. Okay, so I do seem to need to match his form. That was the finger, I think. already the angle pipe. I'm not sure what that is. It might be the skeleton. Is there anything else that it might be? I think skeleton has the best shot. Good. That's the egg. That is a monolith. That is a squid, I think. That's a knight, I think. That's a wand. Is that me, the wizard? Yes, and that's me again. Goodbye. That's it? I did it. Oh, thank goodness. I'm not sure how many attempts I will have edited out. It was many, to the point to where I actually went and watched YouTube Let's Plays of this game to make sure that I was actually doing the right thing and there wasn't some trick to it. But you just have to get like 25 of those correct in a row. Kind of a disastrous endgame puzzle for a game that didn't require any timing and dexterity up until this point, and then you have to do like 25 perfect things in a row very quickly. With the mirror seal broken, Gargax's spirit was freed. I'm also not sure, I'll have to go back and watch the video for all of the text. Yet his spirit's power also preserved the ruins form. Without his spirit, the ruins too began to vanish. So we never freed his spirit from like the crystal. With your relics, you tried to save that crumbling ruin. So I feel like this is the bad ending. And because of this, that world was saved. Oh, maybe this is a good ending? And sometimes we can save things we cherish the most. Because I got everything in the bestiary, maybe we saved them? But I wouldn't have been able to get this far without having everything in the bestiary, I think. My mouse cursor is dancing for some reason. Probably due to the credits scroll. If I move it down here, it's okay. Game made by Ben Linker Mexim. So yeah, overall, game very good. And the music was good too. There are a few criticisms I have, that final puzzle being one. Also the one where you had to play the saxophone and the orientation of the way the statues were pointing was difficult and I think poorly hinted. There were a few puzzles in here that were kind of akin to puzzles in other games, like other Zelda games and different things. And so if you're a gamer and more familiar with other things... So the King of the Mice looks like he has a golden wand there. So I have to wonder about finding the golden wand. There's still a number of secrets I know I haven't found, so I may continue playing. But yeah, you might be able to draw on information from other games in terms of like hints on how to solve the puzzles. I guess that's in some sense true of just about every game, because the more games you've played, the more you become familiar with just kind of general game tropes and ideas and different things for solving puzzles. You know, if you've never played a video game before, would you think to look behind a waterfall in a random puzzle? Maybe not, but if you played a bunch of video games, if you see a waterfall, the first thing you do is try to go find a secret behind it. Stuff like that. But yeah, this was a deeper game, a game that made me want to draw maps and read the lore and try to figure out puzzles. And so for the most part, like, it drew me in pretty well. Despite having relatively simplistic mechanics, in terms of walk around and transform, were kind of the main things to do. I mean, you talked to people, you looked at people, you Use your eyeball form to find some secret passages. Use the dragon form to get by. Bridge demon, ice demon, gold demon. I'm not sure that I saw the bridge demon. Maybe I'm forgetting where they were. Keysmith. Yeah, he actually opened a key to a lock to one of the things that I'd forgotten. Oh, mushroom cobbler. He looks like he's wearing boots. Mushroom cobbler. I don't know that I found that person. So the credits here might actually be giving me hints as to the things I am missing. The archaeologists, they're standing near the locked gold chests. And so I do think if I had the boots, I'd be able to unlock some chests and find some things. So yeah, I feel like this game had a few points of rough around the edges. But overall was quite good for like this kind of little indie game that I never would have heard of, except for the fact that Alex Diener played Elefantasy, and I decided to look up the developer and see what other stuff that they'd made. Final collection. Is that just like the bestiary, or... Oh, I see. It's showing me... Okay, I got my emerald tablets. I got the silver crown. I never got the deluxe magical boots. But apparently there is a mushroom cobbler. I got the bestiary. I got the seeing stone. I had the transform wand, but you start with that. 65 of 65 forms discovered. That's great. And the wizard there also was wearing boots in the credits, but the wizard form in my upper right, that was the final thing I transformed into, is not. The end. Alright. Alright, if I restart the game, it does just restart me right here, right before the final boss. Okay, so Mushroom Cobbler is definitely the thing that intrigues me the most. And the one thing I can think of is... I can't remember... Oh, I have it on my map. Shroomish Marsh had a bunch of mushrooms where we had to eat some. It'll take me a little while to walk back there, so I'll meet you guys over there. Okay, so here's the Shroomish Marsh. And so down south of there is the catacombs. There's the mushrooms that we ate. And we originally came from, I guess, up here in the herb garden. Yeah, once we were able to fly over the water. This is where the shrine was with Gargax's effigy, which I was still pretty sure something was going to happen at. And then this is also where... Oh, musical layer is just where I had to play the saxophone music in order to get a tablet. Right, it's back over in Monster Town is where the eyeball boss last of the line of Gargax is. So, oh! This is a guy. Hold on, have I talked to you? What do you say? A mushroom with legs? I do remember seeing that now. The mushroom can't speak, but it watches you. So maybe if I turn into a mushroom near it, or turn into boots near it, something could happen with the mushroom cobbler, because it appears to be an important character here. Okay, so if I'm a mushroom, can I talk to you? You can understand the mushroom's dance. It seems to be sharing a secret with you. There's a mushroom nearby who makes boots. But it's very elusive. Have a look around. You'll need magic vision to find it. Magic vision means I would have to use the eyeball form, I think. So I had to be a mushroom. Ah, there's a secret over here that I never found. Look at this, secret passage. So be a mushroom to talk to the mushroom, and here's mushroom boots. Oh my goodness. It's making boots. He can make your boots. But the cobbler lacks supplies to make boots. Alright, tell me more. What do I read here? A book about boots, it reads. Boots can be made with the likes of potion. Lace root. Shoelaces. Only some herbs provide magic effects. Mage herbs and lace root. Got it. Right. Okay, and mage herb, is that the red one? Yeah. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a mage herb and a lace root, and I will be back. I was also so tired of being invisible that I think the, yeah, tasty soup. I think I did do that once before, and it turned me uninvisible. Okay, so I have a mage herb and a lace root, and I'm coming down here, and let's talk to this guy. He can make you boots. All right, cobbler uses supplies to make you boots. You collect deluxe mystical boots, very comfy. Hooray! Can I talk to you again? He lacks the supplies. Okay, so it doesn't have any, like, new, a friendly boot. Unfinished boot, missing some parts. It's missing a heel. All right. And yeah, you can see the boots. My boots are red. They're lovely. I wonder now if I can go to the changing room and take my boots on and off. So that's the next thing I'm going to check. Okay, so if I go down to the changing room... Yeah, there's the boots. Your magic boots look less visible. I see. Your magic boots are revealed again. So I presume... Okay, so let's try something out. So normally I can't walk as a key. With the boots, I can walk as a key. Great. And I think this will respawn in a second to let me make them invisible. You can even see my boots in the mirror. There we go. And if I do this, I can still walk as a key. Okay, so having the magic boots, I don't know that it shows up in my inventory necessarily, but you can choose to make them visible or invisible. And I think I actually prefer invisible, but now that I have the ability to walk around as a key, there are many locked chests in the world. And there's also a locked something down. Yeah, this is a locked chest, right? Oh, that's empty. Wonder what was in it. And this is rusted shut. Right. Okay, so not here. But definitely in Ruckus's lair. So let's see. Where do I want to go? I think here. Yeah, it brings me near Ruckus. And so let me go into his treasure vault and see if I can open any of the locked chests now. Okay, Ruckus's treasure vault. Let me turn into a key and see if I can unlock these. Oh, really? I can't? A locked chest. I wonder what's inside. Yeah, I do too. All right. There are a few other locked chests. I think the Mouse King had one, so let me try going there. Okay, I'm in the royal vault of the Mouse King. And... a golden chest, imagine what lies within. But as a key, I can't walk around and enter these things, huh? I really thought this was going to be a thing. I'm kind of disappointed. Darn. Is there anything else other than the key I really wanted to walk around as that normally would be immobile? Okay, so I just entered the maze. Suppose I turn into the wand. I can still walk around. And so I guess I'm going to try right, up, because this is kind of a mirror world, and I don't have other guesses as to where to go. And then if that doesn't bring me anywhere, which it doesn't seem to, then I guess I'll try left, up, and see if being the wand while doing this has changed anything. And then I could also become a wand wearing the crown. It doesn't seem like that this has changed anything here. This all seems to be the same. So I think it was maybe in the secret developer room that Linker told us that you might have to play a different game in order to get certain hints. And so there's another game called Tower of Gargax that you can play on the web. I found it on Linker's itch.io page where I got this game, Polymute. And it's pretty similar to this one, although primitive. And I was able to play only a few minutes of it. And there's also a maze where you find a magic wand. And in that one, I think I discovered the magic wand by going right, up, left, up. So I want to try that. So that would be right, up, left, up. And that did not work. Okay. There were secret runes you needed to be able to read. One of them told me the last two directions were left and up. Actually, one thing I want to try, since we're kind of in a mirror world, what if I reverse that? So if it were left, up, right, up, hold on. Left, up, up, right, up. Okay, that also didn't seem to work. So in that case, I found a speedrun of this game on the web, and that person took the route right, left, up, right, up. And that brings us to the Forgotten Place, and this is apparently where we get the magic wand. So currently my inventory looks like this. I'm curious. You've collected a golden wand. It's covered in runes. It does appear here. Your golden wand, it seems important. And this is the only thing I can do in this room, I presume, is pick that thing up. Okay, so now I have a golden wand. And I think that means I would get another ending, but I also wonder if I can bring it down to the crystal burial chamber and awaken, like, the skull that's down there, so I want to try that first. So yeah, at this point we're kind of, like, deep into spoilers territory. I was reading online, and someone gave the hint about Tower of Gargax, and so I checked out that game on my own, just for, like, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something. I was able to get through most of the game. Because a lot of it has kind of similar structure to this one. So I didn't mind spending that time. But then I also looked at a speedrun of this game just to see if the idea I had was right. And it had, yeah, different directions than the ones that I found, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, Crystal Cairn. If I'm at Eyeball here, does anything happen? Can I talk to you? Not very talkative. We only found his silver crown. His golden wand has been lost. Perhaps both wand and crown were found. What is now in ruin could be restored, and that which fades could be saved. Reanimate these bones anew. But what are the bones of our master? And I don't think transforming into the wand will necessarily do anything, but I'll try it. It doesn't seem to do anything, and if I transform into a Gargaxian, does that do anything? I'm a Gargaxian, and I still can't talk. Alright, I guess then I will just try going to the ending and see if I can see a different ending, now that I have the golden wand and the magic boots. 25. 26. 27. And then the wizard is 28. Okay. 28 that I had to get right, but it only took me 2 tries that time, so I've definitely gotten better at identifying the forms, as well as I switched to using the keyboard. The spacebar can be used to transform when transform is selected. And so there's my 3 magical artifacts there, including the wand and that cutscene. And honestly, I don't remember what the previous endgame cutscene looked like. With the mirror's seal broken, Gargax's spirit was freed. Yet his spirit's power had also preserved the ruin's form. Without his spirit, the ruins too began to vanish. With your relics, you tried to save that crumbling ruin. And in so doing, you repaired a dying world. And sometimes we must leave the past behind and begin anew. All right, and then it looks like we're going to get credits again. I'll go ahead and skip past these since we've already seen them. All right, turns out you could hold down the spacebar in order to advance through the credits faster, but then it slows down here again with Final Collection. So we got the Emerald Tablet, Silver Crown, Bestiary, Magic Boots, that is new, Seeing Stone, and Golden Wand, that is new. And so I think perhaps, and all the forms discovered, so I think perhaps that's the 100% ending. And yeah, I didn't have to look too much up. It was a little bit disappointing toward the end. Both the final boss fight was kind of tough and weird, and also I don't know that the lore kind of all wrapped itself up together nicely the way I was hoping. But yeah, overall, oh, this is the end scene. Looking at the moon. Because the other one I think had like 3 people looking across a river or something. And I guess if you didn't collect all of the tablets or complete all the bestiary, it's possible to get to the end and you get to some kind of bad ending that way, but I had already been sufficiently thorough that I collected all that stuff, and so I never saw that ending, is my understanding. I've read a bit about this game since even the start of this episode. I think this is probably going to be edited into a long episode. I'll see how much I can cut down. Alright, but I guess that's it. And once again, I don't think there's anything else I can do from the ending screen here. So, yeah, I enjoyed this game, but I think it's time to move on. I hope, as always, you all are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon with something new. For now, bye-bye.